Hurricane Dorian made landfall on September the 1st of 2019. Without a doubt, it was the largest natural disaster to ever hit the Bahamas. The emergency preparedness group that's here at this hospital is incredible. We run mock scenarios and drills, and so the response was really well coordinated and thorough.
We're all individually and as an organization really great about being involved and jumping into whatever we think is going to help the community. If you see somebody hurting and you can do anything, I just don't know why you wouldn't.
Local doctor is making a house call in the Bahamas after he saw people are suffering from the impact of Hurricane Dorian.
I got an email that said that they were looking for volunteers to go down there and help. If you could come down and be on this ship out of the port of Palm Beach.
He's packing his car up with medical supplies, heading to the Bahamas to help as many people as he can.
As you can see, we're packed to the gills here.
The hospital donated a tremendous number of supplies to the effort.
Fully stocked. And this was only part of the supplies that Memorial was giving us. I drove into the parking lot and saw the big ship. The entire bottom cargo hold was all full of supplies.
You couldn't move around in them, there were so many. So we were well supplied for what we needed to accomplish while we were down there.
It was my team's job to kind of set up like a home triage hospital on the ship. So we used one of the bars and we just turned that into like a medical suite.
He arrived in this ship, a ship that had been turned into a hospital. In this picture Siebert took, you can see some of the people waiting in line for help. Many people in that line, he says, lost everything. Some lost friends and family.
We asked that we be taken to the neighborhoods that were most severely impacted by the storm, which there were a lot of areas that fit that description. So we just went from door to door. We got driven around into the neighborhoods and just started asking people what their medical needs were.
People that were ill before the hurricane, now they didn't have all their medications that they're used to taking, and there's people having strokes, diabetics are not able to get their insulin, and so people were in really bad condition.
Dr. Siebert says it was extremely hot, and almost everyone he treated had heat exhaustion.
We were just bringing patients in and dousing them with water, making them drink, and that was what really helped a lot of people, was just to cool them off and get them water.
I think the thing we brought the most for the people there was hope. And we gave them hope that someone cared about them. We gave them hope that the help will continue.
During all this, it was very cool to have our driver, he and all the other locals really appreciated that we went there, whether we were medically saving someone's life or passing out a lollipop. Everybody was surprisingly very upbeat. They were talking about their houses, how 4 generations would live in some of these houses, and they said, we're just gonna build it back up.
We were absolutely carrying out the mission of HCA by doing this, to provide wonderful care to people in the community, and obviously in this case the community extended a lot further out.
The goal was to kind of get a permanent base there, and so we've done that. Now we're trying to raise money to help it, thrive.
To help people directly like this that were so devastated is just tremendous. I mean, we do that every day in the emergency department, but this was kind of on a different level in a totally different context. So it was really rewarding to do it, and I would encourage anybody who has the opportunity to do the same thing.